I am here with you at this moment. You did not arrive here by chance, nor were you led by distraction or routine, but because there was a calling prepared especially for you. The moment you opened this video, something moved in heaven. It was not coincidence, it was direction. Angels arose, invisible trumpets sounded, and a new page began to be written in your life. I, the Lord your God, have drawn you to this encounter because today I wish to speak to you directly, without intermediaries, without filters, without barriers. You feel in your heart that what is happening now is unusual. The sudden pressure in your chest, the warmth running through your body, the lump in your throat that tries to contain the tears, none of this is imagination. It is the confirmation of my presence. I am not distant, observing from afar. I am here in your space, in your home, in your very being. That is why the silence that surrounds you now is not emptiness, not absence. It is a silence that embraces, that envelops, that welcomes. When I enter the scene, the noise of the world is silenced. Remember how many times you felt that nothing was changing, that your prayers bounced off the ceiling and returned unanswered? How many times did you say in silence, "Lord, speak to me. I just need one word." Today that word has arrived. It is not just fleeting comfort. It is the certainty that you have been seen, chosen, and set apart for a moment like this. You did not come here by distraction. I am the one who organized this encounter with you. I prepared this moment because I know your pain. I know your hunger, the one you have sought without finding. I know that a part of you tries to understand why you feel different now. That part seeks a rational explanation for what is happening. But my presence transcends human understanding. When I speak, the impossible becomes possible. The invisible becomes real. The atmosphere changes because my voice is not like the voice of men. It does not just communicate, it transforms. Today I transform your inner atmosphere. I break invisible chains. I open space where you only saw blockages. Do not think this is just a repeated word like so many others. It is a unique and personalized touch, prepared for you since before you were born. I saw the day your heart cried out in silence and no one around you noticed. I saw the nights you fought against the idea of giving up and still chose to press on. That is why I reserved this precise minute to meet you. It does not matter who around you understands or not. What matters is that I, the Creator, tell you, I saw you, I heard you, and I am here with you. Feel this silence now, for it is the sign that I am relieving the weight you were carrying. It is the sign that chaos no longer has a voice. Wherever my presence enters, fear must be silenced. Anxiety loses strength. Doubt can no longer dominate. I have come to show you that nothing is lost. Even the parts of you that you thought were dead, I can resurrect them. The faith that seemed small, I revive it like a living flame. The hope that seemed extinguished, I make it bloom again. This is your moment of encounter with me. It is the moment when you can choose not only to listen, but to open your heart, because when you say yes to my presence, your entire story begins to realign. And this process is not forced. It does not depend on your strength. It depends only on your surrender. Therefore, I tell you, do not resist. Do not close your heart. This is not just a video. It is an intervention from heaven. It is God Himself speaking to you now. The same one who parted the sea before Moses, the same one who resurrected Lazarus, the same one who calmed the storms. I am moving the invisible in your favor. What seemed blocked will open. What seemed denied will be transformed. What seemed impossible will give way to testimony. But for this to happen, I need you to recognize that you are not alone. I need you to understand that you have been called to experience something new, not just to endure what has already happened. This is the sign you have requested so much. Comment now, I receive this miracle, because when you declare with your mouth the faith that you already feel blooming in your heart, heaven responds. Do not let fear or doubt silence your voice. Write with faith, because every word is like a seed sown in the fertile ground of your destiny. And this seed will bear fruit because it has been watered by my presence. This is the beginning of what I am doing with you. Take a deep breath and realize, it is not coincidence, it is purpose. It is not chance, it is direction. It is not emotion, it is divine intervention. Stay alert, because what I am doing in you now is irreversible. The transformation has begun, and nothing can stop what I have already started in the depths of your life. I am here, not distant, not separated by barriers, but present exactly where you are now. Do not look around as if you need to travel to a temple or climb mountains to find me. I have entered your room. I have filled your home. I have invaded your heart. This is the place of encounter, the place I have chosen. It is not in the unreachable heights, but in the intimacy of your space, where I have decided to manifest my presence. I am the God who does not observe from afar. I am the God who draws near. Do you notice how different the environment is? The noise that once disturbed your mind begins to quiet down. The weight you carried on your shoulders no longer has the same strength. Wherever I arrive, chaos loses its voice. No matter the noise the world has made until now, no matter the diagnoses, the opinions, the judgments, when my presence enters, all disorder must be silenced. It is the sound of heaven that now governs. It is the peace that surpasses human understanding that descends upon you at this moment. Remember the areas of your inner self that you once thought were dead, dreams you set aside, faith that seemed to fade, hope lost amidst difficulties. Today I tell you, I am touching precisely these places. I am resurrecting parts of your soul that you yourselves buried. What you considered lost, I declare alive. What you thought would never flourish again, I make it bloom again. Nothing in you is beyond the reach of my power. I know every detail of your struggle. I saw you when you tried to pray and could not find words. I saw your thoughts scream louder than your voice. I saw how you hid your tears so no one would notice. Do not blame yourself for your exhaustion. I know everything you endured in silence. And even when you thought you were not being heard, I heard every sigh, every thought, every silent tear. I was never far away. Today I reveal something to you. It was not you who chose this moment. It was I who organized this encounter with you. It was I who prepared this space of silence to meet you. Just when you thought it was just one more click, it was my hand that guided you. When you thought it would just be one more piece of content, I had already written this moment as an answer to your ancient prayers. Nothing that happens here is chance. It is direction. It is plan. It is care. I come to restore not only your faith, but also the confidence that you are not alone. How many times have you thought, I have to be strong because no one else can carry this with me? How many times have you placed upon your shoulders a weight that seemed unbearable? Today I tell you, you no longer need to walk alone. I am your help. I am your companion. I am the one who sustains you when you no longer have the strength to continue. Observe the sweetness of what is happening now. It is not thunder or earthquakes. It is a peace that envelops you. And this peace is proof of my presence. It is the certainty that you are not abandoned. When you feel the environment change, remember, it is not the result of suggestion. It is the touch of the Creator. It is life flowing again where there was despair. It is relief penetrating the soul where there was only sorrow. It is hope rising where despair reigned. This is not a moment to resist. It is a moment to open your heart. This is not a moment to question whether you deserve it or not. It is a moment to receive what I am delivering to you. I did not come to demand perfection. I came to bring rest. I did not come to impose burdens. I came to remove them. I did not come to condemn. I came to restore. This moment is sacred because it is unique, and I want you to live it fully. Share this message with someone who needs to feel they are not alone. Just as I have reached you in this moment, I also desire to reach other lives through you. You can be an instrument for more hearts to experience this same presence. Do not keep what I am doing to yourself. Spread the light that now touches your inner being. Remain in silence a moment longer and observe how the environment transforms. What once seemed empty is now filled with meaning. What once seemed mere routine is now an encounter. Your home becomes an altar, your room a sanctuary, your heart a dwelling place. I am here not just passing through, but to stay. This is the beginning of something that will never end, because when I enter, nothing will ever be the same again. Today I tell you clearly, you no longer carry this weight alone. I myself have come down to lift you up and walk with you. You no longer need to force smiles while crumbling inside. You no longer need to hide your tears to appear strong. Today I declare, I sustain you. Today I declare, I place upon myself the weight that once crushed you. You will feel that the burden that seemed unbearable begins to lighten, not because circumstances have immediately changed, but because my presence has intervened. I know every area of your life where you have lost hope. I know the projects you abandoned because you believed they had no solution. I know the prayers you repeated until you felt they were not heard. Today I tell you, each one was registered, every tear was counted, every sigh was welcomed. Now is the time for an answer. Today I extend my hand over you and begin a process of restoration that surpasses your understanding. Do not view this moment as simple comfort. It is not a fleeting relief, but the beginning of a real change. I am removing the roots of your heart, precisely that which prevented you from flourishing. I am restoring your faith, renewing your hope, reviving your courage. Nothing in you will remain the same, because when I touch, everything is transformed. Just as I resurrected the dead, healed the sick, and calmed the storms, now I touch your life and declare that the new has begun. Remember that I am the same one who was with Daniel in the lion's den, with Moses before the sea, with the disciples in the midst of the storm. My presence has not changed. I am still the one who makes a way where there is none, who turns the desert into a spring, who transforms weeping into dancing. Therefore, I tell you, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be discouraged, for I am your strength. What seemed sealed, I open again. What seemed impossible, I make possible. Today, I remove the weight of accusation from you. You no longer need to live condemned by past mistakes, because my grace is greater than your failures. I did not come to remind you of your sins. I came to show you that the cross already bore all the weight. I did not come to trap you in guilt. I came to liberate you from what imprisoned you. From now on, guilt loses its dominion. Fear loses its voice. Insecurity loses its power. Open your heart without fear. Do not resist. Do not think you are unworthy of receiving. My voice does not come to you because you deserve it, but because I have chosen to love you unconditionally. I organized this encounter to remind you that you are valuable to me. Do not hide behind the mask of self-sufficiency. Here you can be authentic. Here you can be fragile. Here you can rest. I came for this, to bring rest in your weariness, to bring help in your weakness, to bring hope in your darkness. Now you realize that the environment around you is no longer the same. The peace that is beginning to fill your interior is proof that I am working. Do not wait for grandiose signs to believe. The peace is already the sign. This tranquility that invades your heart is my answer. Where there was disorder, I bring order. Where there was despair, I sow calm. Where there was doubt, I establish conviction. This is the beginning of your transformation. Allow me to act deeply. Do not block what I want to achieve. What I begin in you is not temporary. It is not emotion. It is not just inspiration. It is real change. I will restore your vision, your relationships, your decisions. I will bring light where there was only shadow. I will open doors that have been closed for so long. And it all begins now, the moment you decide to believe and make room for me. Like and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the living word that strengthens your faith. By doing so, you not only connect with this moment, but you choose to remain in daily communion with the voice that sustains you. It is an act of faith, a declaration that you want to continue listening, continue receiving, continue being renewed. Today, I tell you, your life will never be the same after this moment. The change began in the invisible, but it will soon manifest in the visible. Your mind will clear, your heart will be restored, your spirit will be strengthened. You will walk in peace even when storms still batter you, because you are no longer walking alone. The living God walks with you, and nothing can stop what I have already begun. I saw the nights you tried to close your eyes and could not sleep. I saw you toss and turn in bed with thoughts as heavy as stones, searching for a way out that seemed non-existent. I was there when tears silently soaked the pillow, when you swallowed your tears so as not to wake anyone. You no longer need to hide what is happening in your heart from me, because I have always known. Nothing you have lived through has escaped my gaze. You thought you had to be strong all the time. You faked smiles so your children wouldn't worry. You carried the weight of the house, the bills, the decisions, as if you were the only one responsible for keeping everything afloat. But inside, you were crushed. Even surrounded by people, loneliness pursued you like a constant shadow. And while everyone thought you had everything under control, I knew that inside you were only crying out for rest. I do not condemn your exhaustion. On the contrary, I honor your struggle. I recognize your dedication. I saw every gesture of affection towards others, every word of encouragement you offered when you yourself were weak. No sacrifice went unnoticed. When you didn't have the strength to pray, I heard the inexpressible thoughts. When you couldn't speak, I understood the silence. When there was nowhere left to hide, you tried to protect your loved ones, and I was there supporting you without you even realizing it. Now I tell you, the time has come to rest in me. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders alone. I am the one who calms storms with a word, and today I calm the storm you carry within you. The wind that was sinking, you will no longer have dominion. The turbulent sea of your emotions is calmed by my voice. The anxiety that suffocates you begins to lose strength because my peace fills the space that once housed fear. You are not less valuable for admitting your weakness. In fact, it is when you recognize your limitations that my power is manifested with greater clarity. I don't demand masks from you. I don't ask you to pretend to have strength when you don't. I simply invite you to rest in me. Let me be the one to care for you, because you have already cared for so many. Let me carry you, because you have spent too long supporting others and forgetting about yourself. How many times have you quietly wondered if anyone noticed your pain? How many times have you simply wished someone would tell you, I see what you're going through? Today I tell you this. I see it. I saw every detail, every tear, every effort to keep going. I was by your side when no one else noticed. I was your support when you thought you were alone. And today I come so you know once and for all that you no longer need to wear a disguise before me. Here you can be authentic. Think of all the times you hit it with an I'm fine when inside you were crying out for help. I heard that muffled cry. I know your soul better than you know yourself. I know the burdens you have carried in silence, the fears you have kept in your heart, the doubts you have hidden even from yourself. And that is why I have organized this encounter to tell you that you no longer have to continue this way. I am your rest. I am your refuge. I am the one who leans down to listen even to what has never been said aloud. Allow yourself now to feel what you previously avoided. My dear, let yourself be enveloped by my love that demands nothing in return, only your open heart. You have given so much. You have offered so much of yourself. You have supported so many. Now it is your turn to receive support. It is your turn to feel that you are not invisible, that you are not forgotten, that you are not a burden. To me, you are valuable. You are worth more than you imagine. And that is why I'm here speaking directly to you. As you listen to these words, notice how a weight begins to disappear from your shoulders. The burden that once seemed unbearable is beginning to be lightened by my hands. It is not a suggestion, it is a spiritual reality. What I am doing with you now is deep, lasting, and eternal. The inner storm gives way to a calm that does not depend on circumstances. It is the certainty that you are not walking alone. It is the conviction that even in the moments when everyone failed, I remained by your side. This is your moment of rest. Do not ignore it. Do not try to understand everything with your mind. Simply accept it, because from now on, your life will never be the same. The exhaustion that consumed you is being replaced by renewed strength. The loneliness that surrounded you is being filled with my presence. The doubt that suffocates you is dissolving with my peace. I am here, and I will be with you every step of the way. I know the wounds that no one else can see. There are pains that do not bleed, but hurt as if your heart had been torn apart. They are invisible marks, memories that return without warning, words that are engraved like scars, promises that were broken and left deep cracks in your soul. You tried to move on as if nothing had happened, but the emptiness kept silently throbbing there. Often, Not even you can explain why certain tears fall for no apparent reason. But I know. I was there every time you hurt, and now I'm here to heal where you need it most. Some of these wounds have become hidden roots. They have tangled your thoughts, influenced your decisions, and undermined your peace. Roots of anxiety that steal your rest, roots of resentment that poison your relationships, roots of fear that prevent you from believing again. You thought time alone would be enough to heal, but time only covered them. It did not eliminate them. That is why they still hurt. That is why they still weigh you down. But today, I enter the depths of your soul to pluck out every root that does not come from me. I do not work superficially. I do not just bandage the wound. I do not mask the pain. I pluck out what consumes you at the root, what you have only learned to endure. I eliminate once and for all. Where there was once room for pain, I plant life. Where there was resentment, I plant forgiveness. Where there was despair, I plant hope. Where there was anxiety, I plant peace. The transformation I bring is not superficial. It is deep, and it begins right in the center of your soul. You do not have to fear. I know that opening these areas may seem painful, but I assure you, I am not here to expose your fragility, but to liberate you from it. You can trust me. Allow me to touch those hidden places that until now you have kept concealed out of shame or fear. I do not reject your pain. I take it into my hands to transform it into testimony. The same marks that once made you cry will become signs of my restoration. Do you understand what is already happening? That constant restlessness is beginning to dissolve. That memory that always made you cry no longer holds the same weight. The lump in your throat is melting because my presence replaces the pain with calm. I am rebuilding your identity, showing you that you are not defined by the wounds of the past, but by the eternal purpose I placed in you. Do not try to understand with logic. The transformation I am carrying out is spiritual. I am aligning your heart with heaven, pouring out a grace upon you that not only heals wounds, but gives you new life. And this life is not fragile. It does not depend on circumstances. It is not shaken by what is said around you. It is life that springs from within, sustained by my hand. Now I invite you to respond, not just by listening, but by declaring 777 in the comments as a sign of faith in the new that I am planting in you. This number will be more than a symbol. It will be a testimony that you believe in the restoration that has already begun. By writing it, you not only participate, but you also strengthen your resolve to let me pluck out the old and plant the new. This is your moment of inner liberation. Do not let it pass by. What I pluck out today will not grow back, because I plant something new in its place, and what grows in me remains forever. From now on, your mind will begin to think differently. Your heart will feel light, and your words will reflect life. The process does not end here, but begins now with strength. You will gradually feel the difference between living with roots of pain and living with roots of hope. I am rewriting your history from within. You are no longer a prisoner of invisible wounds, but free to live fully. The peace you feel is only the beginning. This peace is the certainty that my spirit is working. What once seemed impossible is being restored. Nothing can stop the growth of the new seed I planted in you. I know how much you have endured. I know every burden you have placed on your shoulders because you did not want others to suffer. I know the times you have sacrificed yourself in silence, enduring a pain you have never revealed to anyone. You have given so much of yourself that sometimes you believed you had nothing left to offer. Even so, you pressed on. You continued to support those who depended on you. But now I tell you, enough. You were not called to live exhausted. You were not created to bear the weight of the world alone. The time has come to let go. Do not confuse surrender with defeat. In human eyes, it may seem like weakness, but before me, surrender is the greatest act of trust. When you open your hands and decide not to fight anymore by your own strength, it is then that my power fully manifests. Do not be ashamed to admit you are tired, because I myself invite you to rest. Do not think you need to hide your limits, because I already know every detail of your heart. What I expect from you is not perfection, but surrender. Allow me to enter the places you have kept closed. Allow me to touch the memories that still weigh on you, the fears that still torment you, the guilt you still carry. Do not keep what only I can heal to yourself. This is the moment to open your heart without masks, without reservations, without fear of being judged. I am not here to condemn. I am here to restore. I do not come to demand more weight from you. I come to take away the burdens you can no longer bear. How many times have you said, I can't take it anymore? How many times have you dreamed of simply letting go of everything, of resting without worries? Today I tell you, that is precisely what I offer you. You no longer need to pretend strength. You no longer need to hide your weaknesses. You can finally rest in my arms. I am the God who sustains your life when you surrender it. I am the safe refuge when you decide to stop running alone. Feel the peace that begins to invade you as you listen to these words. This relief is not a product of your imagination. It is the result of my presence. With every deep breath, you realize that you no longer need to fight the storm. I am already calming the sea. I am already dissipating the winds. Your part is simply to trust and let me do it. This is the moment when your surrender opens the doors to miracles you have never before experienced. Your life does not have to be a constant struggle. You were not born to survive. I called you to live fully, and this fullness begins when you decide to fully trust in me. While you hold it in your hands, the weight is unbearable. But when you release it into my hands, everything becomes light. Not because your problems disappear immediately, but because I carry them with you. What was once impossible for you will no longer be so, because I intervene. Look inside you now. Feel that something is already moving. The weight that seemed to cling to your chest begins to lift. The chains that held you are breaking. The oppression that suffocated you no longer has the same power. This is the sign that your surrender is happening. You don't need to do anything more than open your heart and say, Lord, I surrender. And when you surrender, I receive. When you trust, I transform. When you let go, I restore. This is your moment to surrender. Do not postpone it. Do not wait even one more day. Now is the time to recognize that you cannot do it alone, and that with me, everything is possible. What you thought was lost, I can rebuild. What seemed finished, I can renew. But I need you to decide to trust. This is the step that changes everything. Share this word with someone who also needs to release their burdens. Just as I have reached you now, I want to reach others through you. Do not keep what I am pouring out to yourself. Become a channel of hope and restoration to reach the lives of those who no longer know how to go on. Take a deep breath and feel. You are no longer alone in the struggle. What was once an unbearable weight, I now share with you. Despair is transforming into peace, and as you learn to trust, you will see that your life will no longer be marked by exhaustion, but by the certainty that there is a God who cares for you in every detail. This is your moment. This is your encounter with me. This is your surrender, and from it, your new beginning will be born. The same hand that molded the heavens and founded the earth is the one that reaches out to you today. It is not a distant metaphor. It is a present reality. The hand that once wrote in the sand before your accusers is the same one that is now writing a new story about your life. The hand that reached out to the leper when everyone rejected him is the same one that extends to touch the areas where you no longer believed in restoration. Remember Lazarus. Everyone said it was too late, that there was no way out, but my voice called him back, and my hand resurrected him from the dead. It is the same with you. What seemed buried, I declare alive. Where they said there was no way out, I say, there is still a way. Where they put a period, I put a comma, because your story continues. Think of the storm that terrified the disciples. The wind roared. The waves threatened to sink the boat. Fear gripped their hearts. But my hand was raised, and at the command of my voice, the sea calmed. Today, I raise my hand over the storm you carry within. The wind of your emotions must obey. The turbulent sea of your mind must be stilled. I am present, and when my hand touches, even chaos bows down. Remember Jairus' daughter. The end had already been declared. Weeping filled the house, but when my hand touched that girl, life returned. I do the same with you now. The dreams you thought were dead, the plans you thought were lost, the feelings that seemed erased, I restore them. I tell you, rise up because you are not finished yet. Do not ignore this moment. I am touching areas where doctors said, wait. I am moving lawsuits that earthly justice has declared denied. I am opening doors that seemed closed forever. I am the God who transforms the impossible into testimony. And what seemed like a definitive sentence today will be a sign of victory tomorrow. You are not listening to random words. You are before the true touch of the Creator. My hand does not fail. It does not withdraw. It does not err. When I decide to touch, nothing can stop it. No disease can resist. No pain can endure. No sentence can remain. Wherever my hand reaches, the impossible bows down. Therefore, I tell you, believe. Do not rely on what your eyes see. Look at me and understand. The same power that raised the dead and calmed the winds is now in your room, in your home, in your heart. You do not need to wait for a distant sign. The sign is already here. It is the peace that invades your chest. It is the lightness that begins to arise. It is the hope that is reborn, even without a logical explanation. I touch your story not superficially, but deeply. The touch you receive from me is not just momentary relief. It is a definitive transformation. I do not just alleviate the symptoms, but I heal from the root. I do not just comfort, but I restore. I do not just promise, but I fulfill. Like and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the living word that strengthens your faith. By doing so, my hand, which moved in you today, will continue to move every time you open your heart to listen. By taking this step, you declare that you want to remain in this flow of miracles and revelations. Feel the strength that begins to blossom in you. It is not a product of your imagination. It is the reflection of my touch. You are no longer the same person who entered here. Something has changed. Something has opened. Something has resurrected. This is the reality of my hand. Where I touch, nothing remains the same. Do not resist. Do not doubt. My touch is enough to rebuild, restore, and renew. And just as it happened to those I touched in the pages of history, so it will happen to you. You will rise up, renew your faith, and be a living witness that my hand still acts, still heals, still transforms. What is happening within you is not a fleeting sensation, not just an emotion that arises and then disappears. It is an invisible, but real miracle in your heart. You have often waited for external sign, visible changes, quick answers. But today I tell you, what I do begins from the inside out. First, I transform my inner self, then everything around me adjusts. Do you feel this peace enveloping you now? This calm is not born of you. It is not the result of your efforts. It did not originate from circumstances. This peace is the sign of my presence acting in you. When I enter, even chaos must be silenced. The weight that once oppressed your shoulders is dissolving. The knot that prevented you from breathing is unraveling. I am setting order where there was only disorder. This is the proof that the miracle is already underway. Perhaps you look around and see no change. Perhaps the bills are still pending, the diagnoses are still the same. The circumstances have not changed. But make no mistake, the invisible has already moved. The process has already begun. Just as a seed germinates underground before sprouting on the surface, what I am doing in you is already alive, even if your eyes do not yet perceive it. Everything inside you is beginning to reorganize. Your mind, once full of fearful thoughts, is being washed by my truth. Your heart, which beats strongly from anxiety, finds a new rhythm in my peace. Your faith, which seemed fragile like a flame about to go out, is being rekindled with renewed strength. My spirit works silently, but with power. And even if you do not hear thunder or see spectacular signs, what is being built within you is more solid than any spectacle. Remember, I was never just an emergency resource. I was never just the one you turn to when all is lost. I am constant. I was with you on the good days, when you celebrated achievements, and also on the days when you felt invisible. I was with you in the victories that made you smile, and in the defeats you would rather forget. I never left. The difference is that now you perceive my presence with greater clarity, and this perception is the beginning of a new journey. I don't just give you the strength to endure a little longer. I am changing your way of living. Before, you only endured. Now you will learn to rest. Before, you only survived. Now you will learn to live fully. The transformation is not only for your heart, but it will reach your home, your relationships, your health, your decisions. Because when I enter, I don't just occupy a corner, I transform everything. Do you feel this inexplicable tranquility? This tranquility is the language of heaven within you. It is the sign that the miracle has already begun. Do not despise the silence in which I operate, for it is there that I perform the greatest works. While you were waiting for noise, I was already working. While you were looking for external evidence, I was already rebuilding your interior. Follow this process. Do not rush. Do not try to speed up what is being done. Trust that every step is under my control. What seemed to be crumbling is being rebuilt, and it will be stronger than before. Your identity is being restored. Your faith is being consolidated. Your hope is being renewed. What was once confusion will now turn into clarity. What was despair will now turn into testimony. Do not worry if you do not understand all the details. The miracle does not depend on your understanding. It depends on my will, and my will is good, perfect, and pleasing. I know exactly what to uproot and what to plant. I know what must die so that something new may live, and what I start, I always bring to completion. This is the invisible miracle that is already underway. Do not underestimate it, because you do not yet see it. It will grow, it will expand, and soon the fruits will be impossible to ignore. Your life will be a living testimony that first I touch the heart, and then I transform the world around you. Trust the process because it has already begun, and nothing can interrupt what is in my hands. I know the deepest scars of your soul. I know those words that still resonate within you, even after so many years. Words that hurt more than any physical blow. Words that made you doubt your worth. Words you tried to forget, but which continue to whisper in your mind in moments of silence. I have seen the promises made and broken, the ties that snapped, the disappointments that undermined your trust. I know how deeply all this has taken root in you. Roots so deep that they have molded your way of thinking, feeling, and believing. These roots grew silently. You didn't notice them every day, but they were there consuming your energy, stealing your peace, contaminating your vision. They intertwined to the point of making you believe that you would never be free, that you would always live marked by this pain. But today I tell you, I myself will go to the deepest part of your soul to pluck out these roots once and for all. Others tried to simply cover the wound. You yourself tried to disguise it, put a bandage over what hurt, waited for time to heal. But time does not cure the spiritual. That is why I come now not to cover it up, but to transform it. I did not come to add a new layer of pain. I came to pluck out the evil at the root. I am the God who does not work superficially. I am the God who reaches the exact point where your wound began. Feel what is happening inside you. That memory that always caused you pain is now beginning to lose its power. That accusation that resonated as if it were true is now being silenced. The resentment that occupied space in your heart is being removed, and in its place, I am planting something new. Where there was pain, I plant healing. Where there was resentment, I plant forgiveness. Where there was confusion, I plant identity. Where there was despair, I plant hope. Where there was anxiety, I plant peace. What I am doing is not a temporary relief. It is not an emotion that disappears tomorrow. It is a deep and permanent process. I am rebuilding your vision so that you no longer see the world from the perspective of wounds, but from restoration. I am renewing your faith so that you no longer believe lies, but living promises. I am restoring your identity so that you know that you were never defined by mistakes, words, or failures, but by the eternal love that has always accompanied you. Do not resist what I am doing. I know that removing old memories can be painful, but it is necessary for you to be truly free. Do not be afraid to open your heart. I am not here to expose you. I am here to heal you. And when I pluck out a root, I do not leave the space empty. I always plant something new, something good, something that generates life. So do not fear. What is happening to you now is the beginning of a new cycle. You notice that you no longer feel the same weight. It is because the chains are breaking. You no longer need to repeat past patterns. You no longer need to carry the same pain. Your story will not be a repetition of old wounds. It will be a testimony of healing and victory. I am doing with you what no one else could, freeing you from the roots that seemed immovable. If this touch has already begun to transform your heart, like this video is an act of faith, it is more than a gesture. It is a declaration that you believe in the process of healing I am performing in you. Every step of faith opens even more space for me to continue working deeply. From now on, when you remember what once hurt you, you will no longer feel the same pain. There will be a scar. Yes, but a scar does not hurt. It only shows that healing occurred. You will be able to talk about your story without being stopped by it, because now it will be a testimony, not a wound. What once imprisoned you will now be a sign of my restoration. You no longer need to live trapped by what happened. What I am doing in you is new, and the new is independent of the past. You are free to walk without the chains of yesterday. You are free to live without fear of repeating old pains. You are free because I myself plucked out the roots and planted abundant life in you. And what is born of me is never lost, never destroyed, never extinguished. Today I tell you, this is the turning point of your life. This is the day your story marks a clear line between before and after. It is not a distant promise. It is not a vague hope. It is now, in this instant, that I declare a new era for you. From this encounter, nothing in you will be the same again. The weight you carried will not disappear immediately, but you will no longer bear it alone. I myself walk with you. I myself carry your burden. I myself share what once crushed you. Do you feel the difference? Before, you thought every step was a solitary battle, but now you realize that you are no longer alone. The chaos screaming inside you is losing its voice. The fear that controlled you no longer dominates your thoughts. The anxiety that stole your sleep is beginning to give way to my peace. It is as if a new atmosphere is settling in your heart, because that is what is happening. I brought order where there was disorder. I brought hope where there was only hopelessness. I brought life where it seemed there was only survival. This is not just another moment for you to get emotional. This is the turning point in your path. From now on, you no longer live like someone adrift, but as someone who knows they have a purpose. The tears that once represented pain now become seeds of a harvest of joy. The struggle that once seemed insignificant now becomes proof of how much you have been supported until now. You will realize that nothing was in vain because everything was being prepared for this turning point. I know the days when you said in silence, I can't take it anymore. I saw you believe it was the end when you thought there was no way out. But now I tell you, what you considered the end, I transform into a beginning, where there seemed to be no future. I open a new path. The darkness that seemed eternal is illuminated by my presence. Nothing can extinguish the light that now shines within you. You may continue to face difficulties, but never in the same way. If before you felt trapped by fear, now you will walk with confidence. If before you thought you were alone, now you will have the certainty of my companionship. If before you saw yourself abandoned, now you will understand that you have always been loved and protected. This is the turning point, the moment when I educate you to live according to the purpose I designed for you from the beginning. The enemy tried to convince you that you were too weak, that you couldn't resist, that there was no hope. But I tell you, you are strong because my strength dwells in you. You stand firm because I have sustained you. You have a future because my promises will not fail. Everything that has opposed your life has not been enough to destroy you, because I have already decreed this time of restoration. Share this word right now so that others can also experience this turning point. Just as it touched you in this moment, many need to experience this same change. Become a channel of my action. Give testimony of what I am achieving in you. Do not keep what has been poured out into your life all to yourself. Spread hope. Share the light, because what is born in you can multiply in many. This is the milestone that will transform your perspective on your own story. The past will no longer be a burden, but a testimony. The present will no longer be suffocated by fear, but strengthened by faith. The future will no longer be uncertain, but promising. You are no longer the same person who entered here. You have been touched, you have been elevated, you have been marked by my power, and no one will be able to steal this certainty from you. Advance with confidence, because what has begun now will not turn back. Your life is divided between what it was before this encounter and what it will be after. And what is to come will not be a shadow of the past, but a new life. I am your God, and I declare to you, this is the turning point. Nothing will ever be the same again. Everything will be transformed by my touch, by my presence, by my inexhaustible love. I created you with intention, purpose, and eternal worth. But along your path, many voices tried to distort your identity. You heard criticisms that undermined your confidence. You accepted labels that never came from me. You believed lies that made you doubt who you truly are in me. To please others, you hid parts of your heart. To be accepted, you adapted your essence to molds that were never yours. To avoid disappointment, you stopped dreaming, and slowly, you forgot who you truly are in me. Today I come to restore your identity. You are not defined by your failures. You are not defined by your losses. You are not defined by the opinions of those who do not understand the value I place on you. Your identity does not reside in your achievements, nor in your appearance, nor in what you possess. Your identity resides in the fact that I, the creator of the universe, have called you by your name and declared you. You are mine. Look inside yourself. There is an essence that time has not been able to erase. Even when you tried to be another person, even when you adapted to roles that were not yours, this essence remained hidden. Today, I awaken it again. You are loved. You are chosen. You are valuable in my eyes. Not because you have achieved something, but because I created you with eternal love. I know that you have often believed yourself to be too small, too incapable, too weak. But the truth is that your strength is not in you. It is in me. I do not see you as the world sees you. While others look at the outside and judge by appearances, I see your heart. I know your worth. I know your capacity. I know the purpose I put in you even before you were born. Today I give back what was stolen from you. I give you back confidence. I give you back courage. I give you back the capacity to dream. You will no longer have to live in fear of rejection, because I have already accepted you. You will no longer have to seek approval in human voices, because my voice is enough to affirm who you are. And my voice today declares, you are a child. You are an heir. You are loved. You have eternal worth. Do not let the past dictate your identity. What you have lived does not determine who you are. Failures do not define your essence. Mistakes do not annul your purpose. What I said about you remains firm. I said you are light, and you will continue to be. I said you are salt, and you will continue to bring flavor wherever you go. I said you are chosen, and no circumstance can annul that choice. Receive this revelation now as one who rediscovers their own soul. You no longer need to pretend to be someone you are not. You no longer need to wear masks to please. You no longer need to reduce your dreams to fit someone else's mold. You can be authentic, you can be free, you can be true, because I have already claimed you as mine. Subscribe now to continue living every day in this restored identity. Just as I speak to you today, I will continue to constantly remind you who you are, because I want you to never again forget the value you have to me. By taking this step, you declare that you want to remain connected to the voice that affirms you, not the voices that confuse you. From now on, look in the mirror and remember, you are not a reflection of your flaws. You are a reflection of my creation. Walk knowing that every step is backed by my love. Keep your head high because shame no longer has power over you. Advance because you no longer need to hide your light. This is the moment to be who you truly are in me. And as you advance, you will notice how everything around you begins to align. Your relationships, your decisions, your dreams. Because when you know who you are in me, nothing can stop what is to come. Today, I restore your identity and declare, you are my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased. I know that letting go is not easy. I know that many times you clung to what no longer had life, simply because you did not want to feel the emptiness in your hands. You may have tried to cling to relationships that had already ended, paths that no longer belonged to you, plans that were no longer for you. You may have clung to what I myself had already closed, believing that losing meant failure. But today I tell you, the doors that closed were also part of my plan. Not every farewell is a defeat. Not every loss is an abandonment. There are doors I had to close to protect you from paths that would deviate you from your purpose. There are ties I had to break so that you would not be trapped in a cycle of pain. There are situations you wanted to cling to, but I knew that if you remained in them, you would not be able to move forward. And so, even with pain, I allowed them to close. Because what I have for you is not built on rubble, but on new foundations. You don't need to deny the past. What you experienced was real. Your tears were real. Your struggles were real. Your falls were also real. But none of this has to govern your future. I transform every tear into a seed of faith. I turn every pain into an instrument of strength. I make every dark night a prelude to the dawn. What seemed like a waste will become a testimony. What seemed like a burden will become a platform for the new that I have already prepared. You thought letting go would be a sign of weakness, but letting go is a sign of trust. When you release what you can no longer control, you recognize that your life is safe in my hands. When you decide to let go of what is over, you give me space to put something new, alive, and full of purpose in your hands. Do not fear the void, for I am the one who fills. Do not fear the absence, for I am the constant presence. Do not fear tomorrow, for I am already there preparing every detail. Understand, you cannot receive the new if you keep clinging to the old. You cannot fully experience what I have for you if your arms remain occupied with what no longer exists. This is the moment to trust that letting go is not loss, but liberation. It is the act of faith that paves the way toward the abundance that follows. I saw every tear you shed when you said goodbye. I heard every silent question. Why, Lord? Why did this end? I was there collecting every drop as one who gathers seeds. No tear was wasted. Everyone will sprout into hope. What seems like absence today will turn into abundance tomorrow. What seems like silence today will turn into song tomorrow. I know letting go hurts. I know the heart clings even to what hurts, because the fear of the void seems greater than the known pain. But I tell you, trust me. The emptiness that opens up when you let go is the space I use to fill with my presence. And my presence is always enough, always abundant, always greater than any loss. Do not look back with longing for what no longer exists. Look forward with excitement for what is to come. Your story did not end with the chapter that closed. A new chapter is already being written, and this chapter is full of purpose, full of life, full of grace. I write with fresh ink, not with the shadows of the past. Let me guide your heart in this process. Letting go is painful, but necessary. Letting go is opening the hand to receive. Letting go is trusting that what happened does not define what will come. You were not created to live trapped in memories, but to walk toward promises. And my promises do not fail. Today I declare to you, the past no longer has the power to imprison you. The chains that bound you are broken. Guilt no longer dictates your future. Pain no longer dominates your present. I am here with you at this moment. You did not arrive here by chance, nor were you led by distraction or routine, but because there was a calling prepared especially for you. The moment you opened this video, something moved in heaven. It was not coincidence, it was direction. Angels arose, invisible trumpets sounded, and a new page began to be written in your life. I, the Lord your God, have drawn you to this encounter because today I wish to speak to you directly, without intermediaries, without filters, without barriers. You feel in your heart that what is happening now is unusual. The sudden pressure in your chest, the warmth running through your body, the lump in your throat that tries to contain the tears. None of this is imagination. It is the confirmation of my presence. I am not distant, observing from afar. I am here in your space, in your home, in your very being. That is why the silence that surrounds you now is not emptiness, not absence. It is a silence that embraces, that envelops, that welcomes. When I enter the scene, the noise of the world is silenced. Remember how many times you felt that nothing was changing, that your prayers bounced off the ceiling and returned unanswered? How many times did you say in silence, "Lord, speak to me. I just need one word." Today that word has arrived. It is not just fleeting comfort. It is the certainty that you have been seen, chosen, and set apart for a moment like this. You did not come here by distraction. I am the one who organized this encounter with you. I prepared this moment because I know your pain. I know your hunger, the one you have sought without finding. I know that a part of you tries to understand why you feel different now. That part seeks a rational explanation for what is happening. But my presence transcends human understanding. When I speak, the impossible becomes possible. The invisible becomes real. The atmosphere changes because my voice is not like the voice of men. It does not just communicate, it transforms. Today I transform your inner atmosphere. I break invisible chains. I open space where you only saw blockages. Do not think this is just a repeated word like so many others. It is a unique and personalized touch, prepared for you since before you were born. I saw the day your heart cried out in silence and no one around you noticed. I saw the nights you fought against the idea of giving up and still chose to press on. That is why I reserved this precise minute to meet you. It does not matter who around you understands or not. What matters is that I, the Creator, tell you, I saw you, I heard you, and I am here with you. Feel this silence now, for it is the sign that I am relieving the weight you were carrying. It is the sign that chaos no longer has a voice. Wherever my presence enters, fear must be silenced. Anxiety loses strength. Doubt can no longer dominate. I have come to show you that nothing is lost. Even the parts of you that you thought were dead, I can resurrect them. The faith that seemed small, I revive it like a living flame. The hope that seemed extinguished, I make it bloom again. This is your moment of encounter with me. It is the moment when you can choose not only to listen, but to open your heart, because when you say yes to my presence, your entire story begins to realign. And this process is not forced. It does not depend on your strength. It depends only on your surrender. Therefore, I tell you, do not resist. Do not close your heart. This is not just a video. It is an intervention from heaven. It is God Himself speaking to you now. The same one who parted the sea before Moses, the same one who resurrected Lazarus, the same one who calmed the storms. I am moving the invisible in your favor. What seemed blocked will open. What seemed denied will be transformed. What seemed impossible will give way to testimony. But for this to happen, I need you to recognize that you are not alone. I need you to understand that you have been called to experience something new, not just to endure what has already happened. This is the sign you have requested so much. Comment now, I receive this miracle, because when you declare with your mouth the faith that you already feel blooming in your heart, heaven responds. Do not let fear or doubt silence your voice. Write with faith, because every word is like a seed sown in the fertile ground of your destiny. And this seed will bear fruit because it has been watered by my presence. This is the beginning of what I am doing with you. Take a deep breath and realize, it is not coincidence, it is purpose. It is not chance, it is direction. It is not emotion, it is divine intervention. Stay alert, because what I am doing in you now is irreversible. The transformation has begun, and nothing can stop what I have already started in the depths of your life. I am here, not distant, not separated by barriers, but present exactly where you are now. Do not look around as if you need to travel to a temple or climb mountains to find me. I have entered your room. I have filled your home. I have invaded your heart. This is the place of encounter, the place I have chosen. It is not in the unreachable heights, but in the intimacy of your space, where I have decided to manifest my presence. I am the God who does not observe from afar. I am the God who draws near. Do you notice how different the environment is? The noise that once disturbed your mind begins to quiet down. The weight you carried on your shoulders no longer has the same strength. Wherever I arrive, chaos loses its voice. No matter the noise the world has made until now, no matter the diagnoses, the opinions, the judgments, when my presence enters, all disorder must be silenced.